Lorcana's newest Trove box. Let's open it. Alright y'all, it's that time again. We're back like we never left. We get to open 2 Trove boxes of Lorcana's newest set, Reign of Jafar, and we have got high stakes on today's episode. Massive episode, because on today's episode, we are going to attempt to pull an enchanted rare on 3 straight episodes. If you haven't seen those other 2 videos, I'll link them down below in the description. Go check those out. If you want to watch shiny cardboard get pulled, I highly recommend those. But until that time, let's get into these 2 Trove boxes. And like, obviously we're going to appreciate the artwork here. We're going to appreciate the beauty of the Trove box. And I always call it out pretty much every single Trove box. I'm actually going to take a peek right now. I always call out that I don't typically look at the, what do you call it? The back of the back of the box, because I want to be surprised. But to be honest, y'all, these days I'm just assuming it's going to be what it's going to be in here. Now that's okay. I do feel like we have I got some high hopes that Fabled is going to bring us something new within the Trove boxes. I'm legitimately looking forward to seeing if they do anything different with the Fabled Trove boxes. But for now, look at that beauty right there. That is absolute just gorgeousness. Like, this is just an absolute work of art. The matted finish of the Trove boxes never ceases to amaze me, and they just keep doing beautiful, beautiful things with these boxes every single time. Look at that. Oh, dude, look at that right there. You got, like, remember those, like, 2 okay, obviously, like, for Lorcana instances here, it's a little bit different, but what this does remind me of is in the movie where you have those 2 pieces of whatever that butterfly thing is that was flying around the Cave of Wonders. I understand it's, you know, it's not exact a 1-for-1, but that is really sick. That is really cool. Artwork on there is absolutely beautiful. Let's check out the boy himself. There he is. We're going to go make something happen within this box. And this also is probably a good time to call out that I will be giving away a sealed Trove box to one of you. You know what you got to do? All you got to do is like this video, be subscribed to the channel, and leave us a comment down below in the comment section, and you could be the winner of one of these sealed Trove boxes. Thank you all so much for the support. It means the world to me. I gotta pull an enchanted rare in one of these. Like, I gotta do it. You know, I've been pretty cold on the Trove boxes, to be honest with you. I haven't. It's been chilly. It's been chilly the last few iterations of like newest sets. So like going back to like Arcasia and Azurit, I've been pretty chilly with the Troves, and that's okay. I mean, look, it you know, it comes and goes, right? You know, it's like life. It's a game of runs, right? Hot streaks, cold streaks. It's what it is. There goes our box. Put that girl down right here, and yes, no surprise here. Actually, the dice look are the dice different? Did they start doing the glitter in previous boxes? I might have to open a Arcasia box and actually check. I feel like I went like right over the Arcasia box, and I didn't really like look and appreciate the actual dice. Dice look good. Lore counter. There's our boy. I mean, obviously they're gonna just wear this artwork out, you know, into the ground, which I don't blame them. This artwork is just absolutely banging. So that I totally understand. And let's have a peek at our dividers here. I'm sure that they're beautiful. I'm sure that they're absolutely gorgeous. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. It's probably one of my favorite things to do is just flick between the artworks here, just because it's just the matted finish of these is just absolutely fantastic. And there is Iago. They are loving that printing of Iago. What was it? I forget. Anyway, moving on. Moving into the packs. Let's see what we can do here, and let's talk about things from a card perspective here. So that was brutal. Let's talk about things from a card perspective here. So I believe, as of time of this recording, things are starting to settle down a little bit. I feel like from an enchanted perspective, and obviously we're going to talk about all this stuff on the Market Watch. If you guys haven't been watching those, go check those out every single Tuesday, same time, same place. We do a lot of fun stuff in there with those. Look at that. We're off to, I'm pretty sure that was one of the divider artworks, which is cool. Anyway, we'll probably talk about this a little bit more on Tuesday, but I think things are starting to settle in here a little bit from the side of, like, there seems to be like a top tier of enchanteds. It seems like it's going to be Into the Unknown. I almost said Elsa, but that's not correct. Into the Unknown, and then Rapunzel, Jasmine, Lady, Stitch. And then I feel like there's like a little bit of a drop off down to Mushu. So like you have like those kind of top, like 5 that are in like top tier. That seems to be where we're at for now. Would not be surprised if that's kind of where we nestle for like for the duration of the Reign of Jafar meta. Wouldn't be surprised at all by that. Would be totally fine with that. Into the unknown. There we go. Speak of the devil. Ooh, and bro, I pulled this card. I pull this card every single time. Like, and I'm pretty sure it's a $3 legendary, which is okay. Ratios. But I have this thing where I feel like every Trove box that I open, I feel like I get one legendary, unless I pull the enchanted. Let's see if we can buck that trend though. We still have a lot of packs to go here. We have a long way to go. A lot of packs to go before we resign to the fact of one legendary. So let's see if we can break that trend. But anyway, speaking of legendaries, it actually seems like we are gonna buck another trend with the legendaries within the set, because unlike Azuret and Arcasia, where there's like one absolutely like far and away like pace setting legendary, we can talk about Maui Shark, you can talk about Tamatoa. Doesn't really seem like we're gonna get that in Reign of Jafar. Now that's for obviously smarter minds than me to figure out, in terms of like, who knows, maybe it's like a dip in at least the meta in terms of like good playable usable cards. Maybe folks are waiting for Fabled, not playing as much. I don't know. It's probably a little bit more the former than the latter, honestly. I'm sure folks are still doing crazy deck building type stuff. But it seems like Namari is the pace setter right now. $20-ish card. But again, a far cry from something like Tamatoa, which at time of like the opening of Arcasia, like first week, like man, that was like a $50+ card, like 50, like non-foil, like that card was roasting in price. So I'm pretty sure this is a good card. Mulan into nothing, and then I think there's a couple of cold foils that I need to like keep my eye on for, like, if it's like a normal card, it's like worth nothing, but a cold foil's worth like $10. I always gotta keep my eye on those cards, because again, like, you know, from a collectability perspective, it's not really what I'm looking for, but at the same time, I want to make sure that like I document those things for y'all. But I do know to be on the lookout for Beyond the Horizon, because I watched enough stuff to know that card is clearly a banging card. So hopefully we pull it. That'd be fun to see. I'm trying to remember if I pulled it in a previous episode. I forget, to tell you the truth. And then finally, actually I don't know finally, but it is what's on my mind right now. The borderless cards with like Huey, Dewey, Louie, and then the Crocs, I'm pretty sure. Oh, also, someone one or two people reminded me in the comment section. I forgot to mention it last episode, but I am now aware that those are only in cold foil. At least that's to my understanding, right? Like you can't pull them. Like if I pull one of them like right here, which, you know, it would be awesome if one of them would just show up. Like, let's see if they're going to show up right here. Just like show up for me. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, but can only get them in cold foil. So that is, there we go. There's Leia. There we go. Let's see her later. Let's see her in a slightly different artwork than right here. Let's see that. Let's see it. Let's go ahead and, ooh, very pretty. But yeah, that's why it's been so hard to pull those. And I realized that a few, last episode, a few days ago, I forget, but that makes more sense. And actually, I don't think those cards are actually that expensive, which is a little surprising to me, because you can only get them in cold foil. And maybe it's just luck of the draw, man, but like I've opened a lot of packs so far, relatively, I guess relative to what I typically open, we're still in the early days. So like right here, right? Like right here, this is not going to be the borderless, right? Because it's not cold foil, right? But anyway, I've opened a lot of packs, and we just haven't been able to, to pull one. I just feel like at some point you would think we would see one. But we're down to the last pack of the first Trove, and yeah, we have the one legendary. We have Raya. It's look, I'm not sitting here saying that it's an exact science. It's obviously not. I'm sure that there's been multiple Trove boxes, including ones that I have pulled, where you get more than one legendary, you get some different stuff going on, but ooh, bang. I'm glad we saw it. I'm glad we saw this card. But see, I don't know though if this card is worth anything in non-cold foil. I think it's just a deck blinger. I think that's what's going on, where it's like you're just trying to like it's a super playable card, super meta card. It's spice, and you want to be able to bling the deck. I think that's what's going on with this card, but I obviously we'll find out pretty soon. Jiminy Cricket into Royal Guard. So First Trove, I don't know. We're gonna call first Trove a near miss. That's what we're gonna call it. But that is okay because we're going around again. That's what we're doing. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna run this back, and we're gonna see what we could pull. I'd like to build some suspense here, but here I'll build suspense. I'll build suspense for you. Okay. If this Trove is not as good as the last one or better, that's a bummer. That's a big time bummer. There's the suspense. We'll do like reverse psychology type stuff. Like, oh wow, are we gonna be able to beat this last Trove? Something like that. No, we'll do it in reverse. We'll put pressure on ourselves. We'll say, if we can't beat that last Trove, what are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? Okay, so we're gonna try again. Okay, we're gonna try this again, and of course, as is tradition, this time I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that there's nothing different in this Trove than the last one that we just opened. So we're just gonna forego all of that, and we're gonna go around again. Come on, baby, we got 8 packs. Look, we put ourselves in a little bit of a hole with trying to pull an enchanted. You know, obviously, like the last 2 times we did it, we had 24 packs. This time we only have 16 packs to make it happen. So we have to. We're gonna have to do something special here, but we can make it happen. I see no reason why we can't do that. Ooh, Pinocchio. What is with pulling the legendary in one of the first packs? What is going on with that? But maybe there is more than one legendary in here. Beautiful Pinocchio, though. I feel like I've pulled this card before as well. I still don't think I've pulled Namari. I'm still waiting to see Namari. I want to be able to see that card. Go. All right. Well, I mean, pretty much right there. That might wrap things up. Right there. It might be gravy at this point. We'll see. I would say one more yank of any type, and it probably is GG's. But let's see. That's why we do it. That's why we play the game. That's why we run it out. Let's see what we can do here. Got a boot. Ooh, I think it's a pretty good card. Daniel Flint. Wrong Lever. I'm pretty sure Wrong Lever is a pretty good card. Everybody's got a weakness. I think Wrong Lever, when I looked it up, my wife loves Wrong Lever. She wants that enchanted. So if I pull that, she's going to be super happy if that happens at some point. Like for instance, if it happens right now, she'd really like that. But then that always gets me looking at the normal variant of the card. And I think it's like a $3 card, so it's pretty good. But let's see here. Mushu. Figaro. Ka. Jiminy. Yo, let's go. There we go. Double legendary. There we go, baby. Okay, now this is a slightly better one here. I mean, it is. This is slightly better. Definitely GG's on the box 1 versus 2. 2's got it. It's definitely over. Into Genie. All right. Okay. That's a good Trove. That Trove is a W. I mean, when you walk into it, if you told me to start any Trove, like, hey, you're gonna pull 2 legendaries, both are worth a few shekels, we take that. I mean, that is us winning. That is our variation of winning. So we are happy with that. We got Chip. We got Jumbo. Light the Fuse. Tiana. Alice. Whew. I don't think I've seen that. I mean, I probably have, but I haven't acknowledged it yet. All right. At this point, we're just looking for anything. Honestly, if we pulled anything else, it'd be a pretty goated Trove. But there could be again, one of those cold foils where it's like, oh, but that's playable. That's spice. Okay. King Candy. Walk the Plank. Clawhauser. Radigan. It's mid. It's mid, right? It's mid, but still a decent card. That's 3 legendaries in this Trove box. That is really good, man. 3 for 8 right there. Well, actually, technically 3 for however many we pulled. Magica Dispel. Awesome Trove. Absolute W. There's no question now. It's undeniable at this point. I'll tell you what. Let's start talking about this. Are we in the realm of pulling our money back? Which is almost impossible with Lorcana as it stands right now. Pretty soon Fabled comes out. Hopefully that'll change with the different variation of rarities. But I'll tell you what, we might be able to pull our money back here. Prince John. Fred. So, I mean, it's still going to take quite an effort, but probably pulled like just over $20 worth of legendary, like 20, 25 bucks worth of legendaries. I don't know. I mean, I will tell you what, no, like, I mean, very unrealistic to think that this is going to happen. Namari would get us our money back. Maybe she'll surface. Although I got to tell y'all, someone let me know in the comments if give me some hope in the comments. Has anyone ever pulled 4 legendaries in a Trove? I'm sure it's happened. Like, but I mean, man, that 3 seems wild. Let alone 4. Like even 3 is like, oh my gosh. So I'm just feeling blessed that I even did that. So I can't be asking for too much more. Wreck-It Ralph, there we go. Wreck-It Ralph, super. Very pretty card. Pulling super cold foils, pulling legendaries. We are down to the last pack of the opening. A killer opening. And this is our last chance to keep the enchanted streak alive. But you know what? Make or miss, win or lose. It's been a good ep. And if you enjoy this content and you want me to keep opening packs, you know what? I'm just going to keep opening packs anyway. We're just going to continuously do that. That's never going to stop. But you should subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Go down and hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you. And I'm going to just keep opening packs. Starting with this one, which is going to be the last pack of the opening. Here we go. Wait a second. That's a good card. No, wait, no. It's not the right one. It's not the right one. That's not the right one. I don't think that's the right one. Tramp. The Wardrobe. Royal Guard. I've been on the lookout for that Rhino card, though. But I think that's an Amber Steel card. I'll tell you what, new set week, it's the first week still, those cards, the cards elude me, especially someone who's looking for more things on the collector side than the game player side, but I'm pretty sure that's that card everybody's been buzzing about. Anyway, but not that one. Different Rhino. Different print, I think. Someone will let me know. Alice. Pull the lever. Madam Mim. Clawhauser. Nani. And the final card of the opening. It is a thumper, but that was an awesome Trove box. GG's to Trove box number 2. An awesome Trove box opening episode as usual. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Go get in the Discord, links down in the description. Show me those different enchanted rares that you're pulling. And until next time, we are eternally grateful for you all, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Peace out.